was God. I didn't put it on.
Yes, we've had so much.
Okay.
Yes.
Mackenzie has.
So Mackenzie, the youngest one, had George syndrome,
which
caused a heart defect where she's had open heart surgery. 3 of them.
And Natalie.
And then when Mackenzie was 1, Natalie was 2. Natalie was diagnosed with a cancer. She had her kidney removed for a tumor. So she went through a year of chemo and radiation, and we knew she was autistic at the time, but we just really didn't care.
Yeah. So it's like autistic. It's not like Asperger's or anything?
No, it's called autism spectrum disorder.
Yep.
So it's that. Some of the paperwork we have has PDD-NOS. Have you heard of that? It's like a persuasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified. But I think the bulk of her issues
and ADHD.
ADHD.
The bulk of her issues are probably ADHD,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there do you guys have routines every day? Like any it's not.
I mean, well.
We definitely used to. I would say we had what do they call it? A sketchboard or a.
We used PECS. I don't know if it's a picture exchange communication, and Natalie was pretty much nonverbal until she was almost 4.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And
so she's come a long way.
She's come up very. They've been in therapy for probably since they've been in 2.
Really?
Yeah, and you saw Mackenzie over there say azul, so they know milk. They know sign language.
Oh, okay.
Some, because early on they just really couldn't communicate.
Yeah, very hard, very challenging communication. So we
had PECS, and then we are pretty structured, on what we do. It works well. We knew that we were having this interview today, so she's been all excited.
Really?
Had I had canceled it for some reason, it would have stirred up she would have been very upset. She doesn't understand cause and effect. Well, they can't do it because they were late because their car broke down.
Oh.
Why aren't they coming? And so it's really hard that way.
Okay.
But no, it's we try to plan things. Things are structured. They have therapy. When they used to have it 3 days a week, the exact same time. They get up in the morning. They need to get up an hour and a half before school to get their Pop-Tart in, our sprinkle medicine, and then we get a piggyback ride downstairs.
Okay.
If we deviate from that, it can get kind of
the little routines. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she is on the ADHD medicine like Ritalin, and that has really changed.
Really?
Done a lot of.
It's really helped her because we really didn't know she had ADHD.
She's really talkative though.
Very, but before she's
scattered.
Just scattered.
Really?
It was dangerous where we'd get out of the car and she'd dart into traffic not knowing. She just doesn't know, and it was.
Wow.
So when we had her tested at the autism clinic at the University of Minnesota a couple years ago, and they said yes, she's quirky, she has autism. However, her big issue was ADHD, and I thought it was just another label.
Yeah.
But we tried the medicine, and
it worked. That's good.
And she's just doing wonderful now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was anybody is it hereditary? Did you have any family members?
No one I know has autism in our family. No one has cancer. No one has George syndrome. No one has heart disease. It's just these two lucky kids have got everybody's stuff. So.
Yeah, there's no, Mackenzie now, if she were to grow up and have kids, her kids have a 50% chance of having
50%?
to George.
Oh, okay.
Natalie's kids have a good chance of having some type of either cancer or something, because there is a gene in there that we had them both tested, but we have no past medical history for us.
No.
We read that 4 out of 5 people with autism are boys. So is it odd that?
Yes.
It is odd.
And it's also odd with Mackenzie. She is the only girl.
Yeah.
One of the only girls in her class, and Natalie is one of the only girls in her. She goes to school at Woodland, a normal school, but they have a special kind of a.
She spends part of the day with her.
She mainstreams into kindergarten, but she goes into 3rd grade. Sorry, and but her class is all boys. So it is hard.
Really? Yeah.
It is hard to be a hyperactive kid, girl,
Yeah, 'cause that
on
was
sprinkle medicine, and it's hard. It's now it's hard with medically they're fine. They Mackenzie will need like another surgery probably when she's 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But it's hard socially now because they're you're a hyperactive girl. Mm-hmm. You know how girls can be. So
yeah. Because when we found out that you had a girl, we're like, oh wow, because so many are boys.
Yeah, that's true. Almost everybody that I know that has autism is a boy.
she has one of her best friends has Asperger's.
Oh yeah.
And he comes over and he talk about ADHD. Wow. He comes over, but the two of them click. But she doesn't have a lot of girl friends that have special needs. There's not a lot of them.
A lot of the times, like, how like autistic kids have like gifts, like they can like read well or like they're musical or whatever. Does Mackenzie have any? Artistic?
Yes.
Really?
I think.
Natalie's very artistic.
Very, yes. She will not strive in sports. She's
Really?
the most uncoordinated. But you give her something to write or to copy, and she is like
Very good, like
and her imagination.
Really?
Yes, and her memory. When she was a little bit younger, we would drive. My whole family lives around here, and we would take this road. And if you deviate from that plan, she's like, "Mom, you're not supposed to turn here. You're going the wrong way. We need to turn this way." So she knew our garage code before anybody. So I think her
amazing memory. Like she'll see buildings and say, "Oh, I remember that. I got sick when I was there one time."
When she was Natalie, remember when you were 6 years old, or like 3 years ago, when we went to get our passports, almost 4 years ago, and you threw up in that building?
Oh, yeah.
And then, so she may not remember the whole thing, but we drove by that building about 8 months ago. She's like, I remember when I was 5. I threw up in a plant. I'm like, so yeah.
Yeah, memory and artistic, which is amazing.
Really?
Amazing.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
It's a cool football.
You did?
Oh, those two oranges. I thought they were the first. That's a jackpot. That's some other loaf for me.
Did Kurt get you guys candy?
I think that's all the questions.
Great, you're going home with him later.
Oh yeah. Well, no, yeah, we kind of did because they got